Deja goddamn vu. Guess what happened? You watched the game. Real shocking. Have a third period lead, or going into the third period with a 1-goal lead. Give up a goal because of a horrible play by a defenseman, an AHL defenseman. And then give up a goal with less than 5 minutes left. And then give up an empty netter. Where have I heard this before? Oh, the last 3 games. At this point, it's enough. There's got to be drastic changes at this point. You've had 3 straight games. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Where you can go to the Islanders game if you want. You have 4 games where you've had a lead. 3 games where you've gone into the second period intermission with a lead. And the last 3 games all consisted of an AHL defenseman making a mistake. And this time it was Brody. Because I've had enough of him. He was by far the biggest trash defenseman on the ice tonight. And there was a lot of trash out there. But Brody took the cake. You give up an AHL goal or AHL defense goal. And then with less than 4 minutes left, less than 5 minutes left, you take the Colorado game. You give up the game winner. And then you give up an empty netter. Who cares about the empty netter? But that's happened 3 straight games. So one of 2 things is happening. One, the Leafs just don't give a shit. Which, that might be it. Oh, by the way, calling a William Nylander. Is there a William Nylander out there? William Nylander! Are you out there? 5 straight games where he's done nothing since contract. Looks like his dad. Thanks, William, for the 11.5, getting that contract. And I see you're mailing it in from now on. That's fantastic. Thanks, buddy. Because whatever you did tonight, that was terrible. You're in a land of stars, and you didn't star up. You could argue that Matthews played well, although he was on the ice for the last goal, but that's because Morgan Riley blindly ices the puck. I'm panicked. Ice it. Yeah, great move. Most defensemen would, with a little bit of time, I know you're tired, maybe flip it straight up. Do something different than ice the puck so that Edmonton can get a change. You're caught. You got tired people, and you're done. The Leafs defense tonight, every time it went into a corner, they couldn't get it out. They're by themselves. There's no one around. There was a shift where it was like 5 straight times they tried to get it out of the zone. They couldn't. Like, Edmonton's got an AHL defense, but what I saw the Edmonton's defense do is knock everyone down in front of the net. What did our defense do? They just looked at the goddamn forwards. Oh, Martin, you got that, buddy? Oh, yeah, I'm not going to knock anybody down. Again, this is management. I can harp on Keith. Yeah, it's got to be Keith. Keith's going to take, at the end of the day, Keith's taking the axe. You can't have 3 straight games in a row where you do the same thing 3 straight times. You can't. You just can't do that. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You have an AHL defense out there. Giordano can't hang with guys that skate. Who doesn't know this? Before the game, did anyone know that Connor McDavid can skate? The Edmonton Oilers can skate? No one knew that? TJ Brody... So, anyways, let's start with Giordano, because I'm flustered. Giordano can't play against this team. Putting him out on the ice against this team is ridiculous. Lagesson, where's William Lagesson? Can't be any worse than Giordano. Giordano can't stay up with the play. And TJ Brody got what the F happened to this guy? Please. I would love to know. Connor McDavid used him. Zach Hyman used him. Everyone used him tonight. And on the win or in the tying goal, guess whose player it was? that Brody went over and tapped his stick. He went tappy tap. I'm not going to knock you down. Tappy tap. What does the Edmonton Oilers defense do? Cross check. What do our defense do? Tappy tap. Oh, excuse me, sir. Can I try to get that puck off your stick? Tappy tap. Just a little softy tappy tap. The guy who scored the goal should have been on his ass. But it's TJ Brody. I don't know what happened to this guy, but he's awful. He's awful, and he needs to sit. He was the worst defenseman out there, and that includes Giordano. And it's not close. Watch the game. It's not close. Anyone who wanted to had TJ Brody for lunch tonight. Did the Leafs, other than Jake McCabe and Benoit, did any of the other four defensemen throw a goddamn hit tonight? What? How in the world, when the Leafs are in front of the Edmonton Oilers net, are they on their ass? When they're in front of our net, it's soft, it's downy. Oh, boo-hoo. Can I get you a coffee while you're sitting in front of my goalie? Freak, the Edmonton Oilers forward should give tips to the Leafs defenseman. Thank you, sir, for your kind service today. The seat was awesome. Great surroundings. The only complaint I could have had is you could have brought me a water bottle so I could just, have a drink while I'm sitting in front of your goalie, blocking the net. Take a look at the third goal. I'm just going to sit here and just sit here. That's okay. It's okay with everyone. I'll just get a parking spot and no one's going to move me and it goes in the net. Holy Christ. Now, you could argue Jones should have had the first goal, but who cares? Hyman should have scored. It wasn't that offside. It was offside, but it wasn't that offside. The Leafs are just not. That's just not a capable team. The Leafs are just really bad. There's got to big decisions have to be made. Buyers. Someone told me they're going to go buy. What are you going to buy? Can you buy 4 defensemen? Is it possible to buy 4 defensemen? Is it possible to take back the William Nylander contract? Is it possible to do those two things? No. So there's nothing to do here. This team is not. This team is just playoffs. I feel like Jim Mora. Playoffs. You goddamn win a game. The Leafs have shown that if you're a good team and you can skate, you dominate. And let me bring back to another high character. Oh, TSN had their. What are your doubts on Tavares? Since day one, this person here has got doubts about Tavares, and they've lived up to the hype. Tavares against the Oilers, please. Anyone see what happened in the first period? It was a great first period. Matthews was actually outplaying McDavid for a bit. McDavid was getting frustrated, throwing hits. It was a great first period. And then the coach went, I used to coach an OHL team, but I'm still better than Keith. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to match up McDavid against Tavares. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. How do you think that went? Well, 1 goal went in because of that. Tavares isn't capable. He's not. I can complain about his $11 million contract all you want. I can complain about it. He's not an NHL forward. He's not. He might be he's Tim Kerr. If anyone remembers Philadelphia Flyers, Tim Kerr, power play specialist. And by the way, when you're power play specialist, every time they give him the puck, the one time they had a power play tonight, every time they gave him the puck died. Tavares in the Webster's Dictionary means where pucks go to die. And they die every time. I would say Matthews and Marner at least showed up tonight. William Nylander, not around. Piece of garbage. Little Swedish meatball. I see what it is now. You're your dad. Freaking disappear. Where's that guy going to the net? Where's that guy picking up pucks and going to the net? I see the pullback. I see do I have to really work hard on that one? And then you got poor Riley, the only defenseman that's an NHL defenseman on the whole friggin' lineup. Simon Benoit, maybe I'll give him a 6th defenseman. He tries hard, but he was awful tonight. He really was. They're dealing. He can't deal with that speed. He can't. Again, him and McCabe, there was one shift where they couldn't get to the zone. They tried like 7 times. It is what it is. This team is not a playoff team. It's buying. If they buy anything at the deadline, I think I might lose my ever-loving mind. Here's an idea. Sell. Oh, yeah, you can't because you got no trade clauses on every one of those contracts. Great. They play Calgary Thursday. I'm going to take a wild stab that they got going into the third period with a 1-goal lead. And I'm going to guess they lose by 2. Cheers.